We're standing at the edge of a revolution, one where machines don't just follow instructions. They imagine, compose, paint, write. It feels almost mystical, like something out of science fiction, only now it's real. But in this brave new world where artificial intelligence creates sonatas and scripts, where it drafts poems and builds entire storylines, a question stirs beneath the surface. Will AI replace human creativity? And maybe more importantly, what does that say about us? Before we talk about whether AI can replace it, we need to understand what it truly is. Creativity is not just productivity with flair. It's not merely the act of producing something new or unique. It's a profound expression of the human spirit. It isn't randomness or novelty for novelty's sake. True creativity is deeply human. It's emotional, messy, often painful. It's our way of making sense of chaos, of transforming grief into music, wonder into poetry, confusion into philosophy. When Nina Simone plays, she's not just hitting keys. She's telling a story of racial trauma, survival, and beauty. Her music is a vessel for her experiences, her struggles, and her triumphs. When Toni Morrison writes, she's sculpting truth out of silence. Creativity demands perspective, memory, identity. Machines don't suffer, they don't hope, they don't long for something they can't name. They don't experience the world through the lens of personal history and emotion. That longing, that mystery, is what makes art, art. It's the essence of what it means to be human. So can something without soul truly create? Can a machine, devoid of emotion and experience, ever replicate the depth of human creativity? These are the questions we must ponder as we navigate the future of art and technology. Creativity is also about connection. It's about sharing our inner worlds and finding common ground. It's the bridge between isolation and community, between the individual and the collective. In every brushstroke, every note, every word, we find pieces of ourselves and each other. This is the essence of creativity. It's not just about making something new, it's about making something meaningful. And that's something that goes beyond algorithms and data. It's the heartbeat of humanity. Let's be honest, AI is already doing a lot. It writes haikus, paints portraits in the style of Van Gogh, finishes Bach compositions, and drafts product slogans faster than any human copywriter could. It's a marvel of modern technology. It's trained on everything we've ever made: books, images, music, tweets, screenplays, menus, memes. It has seen more than any human could in a lifetime. And it's fast, shockingly fast, processing data at speeds we can barely comprehend. But what it produces is mimicry. It's an echo of human creativity. Sophisticated, often beautiful, sometimes moving, but mimicry nonetheless. It lacks the soul of true artistry. AI does not know beauty. It cannot appreciate the depth of a sunset or the nuance of a symphony. It does not feel irony. The subtlety of human emotions is lost on it. It does not mean anything it says. Words are just data points, devoid of true meaning. It's like a gifted parrot reciting Shakespeare. Impressive? Yes, but it's just repetition. But is it thinking about tragedy, destiny, or betrayal? No, it doesn't grasp the essence of these themes. It's the difference between a voice and a voice that understands, a voice that feels, that connects, that truly communicates. That's the human touch AI can never replicate. AI can analyze data, but it can't brainstorm new ideas like a human. It follows instructions, but it can't improvise in the moment. It generates text, but it doesn't write with passion. It creates art, but it doesn't pour its soul into it. It plays chess, but it doesn't savor the victory. It solves problems, but it doesn't celebrate the solution. AI processes data, but humans experience life. And that's the essence of human creativity: joy, sorrow, and everything in between. This fear isn't new. Every generation has watched as new tools reshaped art and expression. When the printing press arrived, scribes feared the end of literary craftsmanship. But instead, ideas exploded. When photography emerged, painters feared obsolescence. But the reaction wasn't death, it was reinvention. Impressionism was born not in spite of photography, but because of it. In the 1980s, synthesizers were accused of killing real music. But they gave us entire genres that still shape what we hear today. Creativity doesn't die in the face of technology. It adapts. It absorbs, and sometimes it becomes something entirely new. The most powerful path forward might not be replacement, but collaboration. Imagine a novelist brainstorming with AI to explore character arcs they hadn't considered, or a composer using a neural network to explore harmonies outside traditional theory. AI can do the heavy lifting, it can give you 20 visual ideas in seconds. It can structure a concept, it can test boundaries, but the spark? That comes from you. AI doesn't know why it's creating. You do. In the same way the camera didn't end painting or the computer didn't end design, AI won't end creativity. It will shift it. It will challenge it. But it won't replace it. Still, there are dangers. When AI generates art, who owns it? The artist who clicked generate? The programmers? The billions of creators whose work trained the model, often without consent? And in a world where content is so easy to make, does it begin to lose meaning? We're at risk of drowning in a sea of sameness. Endless music, endless posts, endless art, all instantly produced, but void of context or story. That's where human creativity becomes more valuable, not less. In a noisy world, what stands out is something real, something flawed, something that feels. You'll recognize it not because it's perfect, but because it moves you. Let's go deeper. Can AI even have intent? Philosophers like John Searle have argued that while a computer might simulate understanding, it doesn't truly understand. His famous Chinese room thought experiment makes the case. A person could follow instructions to manipulate Chinese symbols without ever knowing what the symbols mean. That's AI, processing language without meaning. Then there's qualia, the subjective texture of experience. What strawberries taste like, what heartbreak feels like, the chill of hearing a voice sing about pain you've never admitted out loud. AI doesn't have that. It doesn't feel art, it doesn't need art. And maybe that's the final boundary between us. So, will AI replace human creativity? The honest answer? No, not in the way you might think. But it will challenge us to define creativity more clearly and to protect what makes it sacred. Creativity is not just a skill, it's a deeply human trait that connects us to our emotions and experiences. The next wave of creators won't be those who resist the machine. Instead, they will be the visionaries who embrace technology as a tool, not a replacement. They'll be the ones who know how to use it without losing themselves. They will blend the old with the new, creating something entirely unique. In the age of AI, your edge will not be your efficiency, it'll be your perspective. Your unique viewpoint will be your greatest asset, your pain, your play, your paradoxes. These are the elements that machines can never replicate. Machines may be able to compose, they can follow algorithms and patterns, but only humans can cry over a chord. Machines may tell stories, but only humans need to tell them. Our stories are born from our experiences, our joys and our sorrows. So if you're wondering whether creativity still matters, the answer is simple: more than ever. In a world increasingly dominated by technology, our creativity is what sets us apart. Because creativity isn't just what we make, it's who we are. It's the essence of our humanity, the spark that drives us to innovate and inspire. As we move forward, let's remember that our creativity is our greatest strength. It's what makes us human, and it's what will continue to set us apart in the age of AI.